Hey guys, Pickle700 here. In today's video, this is just going to be a little video of replacing some batteries in some emergency light battery packs in the field. So I thought you guys might enjoy this video. I know it's not fire alarm testing, but it is still field work, and that's what I normally post on Wednesdays. So here's the video. These old ones are from 2012. 35 amp hour, 12 volts in series 24 volt battery pack. So these are each 12 volt batteries, which are 35 amp hours. So this total pack is still 35 amp hours because they're in series, not parallel, which doubles the voltage to 24, which just helps push a little bit farther for voltage drop. So while I let this video play, this was a sped up video, I thought I'd just kind of give you a little backstory of the building. This building was the first building that I did fire alarm testing at, school number 1, so same school. This building had a lot of emergency lighting to be replaced, which there was a bunch of other packs that we did off camera. They were much similar to this one. There is, I think, about 5 or 6 of these big packs that we replaced batteries in. It's a pretty small school, so that was about it for the emergency lighting. I like emergency lights that are set up like this, where there are remote heads, and then there is one central pack, or most likely a few, like in this building. One way the emergency lighting could be made a lot better in this building is all of the heads were 24 volt heads, and I can't remember how many watts they were, but they were a fair amount. They were incandescent heads, so if these were made LED, they could get away with much smaller battery packs. Oh, things aren't light. These batteries are really heavy. I think the old ones are heavier than the new ones. So as I was mentioning about how LED heads could be more efficient and wouldn't require as large batteries, when you're retrofitting emergency lighting that's already in most situations it's actually just cheaper to buy much larger batteries, being that those emergency light remote heads that are normally 2 LED heads that are about, I think they're 3.4 watts for the whole head, somewhere around there. They are actually very expensive. Here in Canada, where I am, they're about $75 to buy one of those LED remote heads, which batteries are expensive too, but when they're serving maybe 10 heads or so, it's a lot cheaper to buy big batteries like this. The other advantage of having LED, though, is that you can get away with running a smaller wire. Inside the walls that the 24 volt emergency lighting side of this pack is serving, I think they ran number 12 or number 10. So a pretty heavy gauge of wire, which is what you need because DC voltage drop is a lot worse than AC when you're dealing with when you're dealing with a lower voltage like that. And now you wouldn't need a heavy gauge of wire if you had a bunch of standalone packs, like those Lumicell ones that I have installed in my garage, but the downside to those is then you have a bunch of little packs that need to be serviced, which is a huge pain. It's a lot more convenient to have just maybe 6 to 10, maybe in a big building, 20 packs like this that you need to replace batteries in. Batteries in, lights are on good. So now at this point the lights are on good, everything's fine, but before I put the door on, I'm going to tape these terminals, being that they're kind of close to the door, so you wouldn't want that to short. Not very likely, but if there's any seismic movement like this move, that could easily happen. Now, for those of you worried about safety when I'm working on these batteries, because I know a lot of people get worried about this type of stuff, these are 24 volts DC, and yes, these batteries are live powering emergency light heads right now, but I cannot feel it in any way, shape, or form. 24 volts is not enough to break down the resistance of human skin. Sure, if you stuck your tongue on it, you would definitely feel it and would not be a pleasant feeling, but with your fingers, arms, or any other flesh on your body, it is not a high enough voltage to penetrate you. What to do is put a new date on this, because this was overdue, being 8 years old. Here we go. We've got emergency lights, turn them on. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to thumbs up button. I know this is a little bit different from the normal field work I do, but last week or a couple weeks ago, I posted that video of replacing heat detectors, and even though it wasn't quite fire alarm testing, you guys still enjoyed that video, so I thought I'd make videos kind of expanding out from fire alarm testing, because there's lots of other stuff that goes on in the field like this. So either way, like I said, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. Any comments, leave those down below. Thanks for watching.